Hi, budget friends. Thanks so much for joining me today while I go through my budget and my accounts and transactions for this week so far. So, the first thing that I do is I update my account balances. So, I'll go through these now. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I go through my running balances, which are all of my income and expense transactions, and I go through and double check to see what has come through and what I can remove from my list. For example, this replacement part was posted to my credit card account, so I'm going to delete that. And as I go through this, the one thing that I note is I don't keep a running list of what I've spent my money on. Once it's posted to one of my accounts, it's gone. I don't like to live in the past. I like to really only live in the future. So I have some supplies. My kids and I went out and had some dinner together. I paid my store card, which was some clothes that I purchased for my kids. So I'm going to get rid of all of those. And last week I did put some money into my stocks, bought some stocks, and I also bought groceries. So I'm going to get rid of those. And also requested a credit card reward. Once I get to a certain balance in my rewards for my main credit card, I usually just have that balance. Once it's over a $25 threshold, I will put that money towards paying off the credit card. In this case, I had rewards for $27. It hasn't posted yet, but I did request it, so I'm going to include that. And then I'm going to gray out these areas because I know I am waiting for them to happen. Also, one of these came through. Usually the next thing that I do is I'll go through and I'll pay any bills that I have to pay, or I will add new transactions. In this case, I do have a new transaction that I have to add. I did get a subscription that is due on the 28th of every month. It's automatically withdrawn and it's for $15 and it comes out of my main account. I'm going to highlight this and change the color. And this is going to happen every month. So I'll just go ahead and add this first one and I'll update that so that I have all of the months. I'll do that real quick so you don't have to watch me do that. Okay, so you can see here that I've added the subscription and it goes all the way through to 2029. These last 2 years, 2028 and 2029, I just did the payment for the entire year so that it's not listed. As I get closer to 2028 and 2029, I extend my budget. If you haven't watched any of my videos previously, I have a budget that looks into the future 5+ years so that I know everything happening in the future. And I make adjustments to my budget as I see changes that happen. So usually the next thing that I do is I will go through the month coming up and see if there's any upcoming issues that I might need to adjust for. I know that I'm good through May, so I want to see how I'm doing for June. So I'm only showing June transactions of this year, and I'm really looking at these 3 accounts, which is my main account, my cash, and my credit card. So between these 3, if I see any pink or red highlights in any of those columns, it's going to be an issue for me. So it doesn't look like I have any issues. It looks like I'm good to go for the month of June, so that's great. I did, before I started recording, make a modification to my rent. So I'll show you right here. Rent is usually due the first of the month. So if I modify this and I put it back to the first of the month, you can see here I'm going to potentially have an issue. So I just moved my rent to after I get paid. Lately, I've been getting paid a little bit earlier. So depending on when I get paid, I might pay my rent a little earlier. I'm just putting it on my spreadsheet for the 7th so that it shows that I won't have any issues upcoming. But once rent is due, which is the first of each month, I'll know that I have to pay it. But just so that I can see that I'm not actually going to have any issues coming up, I made this modification so it doesn't give me a red flag every time I look at my budget. So I'm going to clear this filter. Okay, so now I think I am currently up to date. Thankfully, I don't have any issues or red flags coming up, so I'm grateful for that. I will update you when I have my next budget with me. I'll also do an update for my net worth and my 2024 goals, and I will also be doing an update on paying down my credit card debt. So watch for those videos coming up soon. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. It's budget friendly and doesn't cost you a thing, but it really makes a huge difference. Please also share your comments and let me know how you budget. I would love to hear about how you stay on track. Thank you so much for watching and for your support.